It's every solo content creator's dream to one day probably get to the point of having a cameraman, or at least we would benefit from the convenience of someone being able to follow us while moving and maintaining us in frame, right? So many times you set up the camera, you go, you shoot, something's not right, or the framing is off. And literally, we could avoid that if we had a second hand or extra two hands. Well, at the end of the day, I can only help you with adding one more hand, and that's the hand that's right here in front of me on my desk. This is the Hohem iSteady M7 gimbal with AI tracking, and the AI tracking is physical AI tracking, which sits right on top of the gimbal. You can face it this way, you can turn it around, face it the other way, and you're able to use it in vertical or horizontal mode. Now, what's beautiful about it, even a step further, is this. This is a remote that allows me to control this very gimbal. I'm gonna hit the stop for tracking. It's no longer tracking me, but I, via this joystick, can press and control the angles of the gimbal. Or you're doing like this on a smartphone, attempting to use the best camera, which is the rear camera. You have no way of monitoring yourself without any extra accessories. That's where this comes into play. This is taking it even further. This sets this gimbal apart from the Mini. The fact that I could, if I wanted to come over here, like literally reframe myself, or I could just throw up the gesture and have the physical AI tracker do it all for me. But I just wanted to show you the star feature, and in a scenario that's realistic as a solo creator, so that way you can understand the quality and benefit of this. I'm also not only using the rear camera, but I also have a filter on that rear camera, as well as I have a microphone connected to this. So sit back, get your popcorn, and let me tell you all about the iSteady M7 from today's video partner, Hohem. I am absolutely not forced to use any app. I can use the native iPhone app. I can use my favorite app, which is the Blackmagic camera app, or I can use Hohem's Joy app. Either way, I have options. And on other gimbals, let's just say you don't get those options, as they're mainly software based. Their tracking is software based, meaning you're stuck within their app. Well, since this is physical and also has so many other features, man, listen, man, let me show you one really quick. Let me slide over real quick. You see that? A built-in fill light for those situations where you need just a little extra fill, and you can control it, the intensity of this. And not only can I control how bright it is, but I also can control the color temperature. And we're not done. So many things to show you, so many things to tell you, so let me tell you in this video. Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry, I'm glazing a little bit, but I literally can stop recording right now by the press of this button. So the iSteady M7, like most gimbals, offers the convenience of stable shots with its 3-axis structure, so handheld shots get that professional look. You can extend this gimbal as well, adding to the creativity while giving you some more flexibility. The detachable touchscreen is by far my favorite feature, if you couldn't tell, but it allows you to control so many things from a distance. And with a range of up to 10 meters, I can change the working mode from pan follow to pan tilt follow to POV, and there's even a custom mode. There's also an ultra wide angle mode that can be activated from this remote, which will shift the entire gimbal, removing the roll motor out of frame of any ultra wide camera. I can flip the gimbal from front facing to rear facing smartphone camera, and there's a bunch more available features to be discovered. There's a lot going on here, and that's a great thing. Remember I showed you there was a light on here? Well, that light is also capable of RGB. Yeah, I said RGB. And if you thought AI tracking was just for tracking people, you can actually track objects too. Draw a box around the object inside of the app, or you can double tap it on the screen, you know, that detachable touchscreen that I love, and let the gimbal handle the tracking. But what if you want an even more creative shot of that object? Well, you can activate 360-degree infinite pan rotation and add dynamics to an otherwise boring shot. Okay, so I want to show you guys the bundle that I got from Hohem along with the gimbal, which is this handle, which allows for you to attach accessories like this Hohem photography light, which I'm going to use as a fill light, and the handle is in orientation to help me get these lower shots. So when you want to get a low shot with a gimbal, is really tough if you're just using, the one handle, but this right here is gonna make it so much smoother. Turn on my fill light. So as you guys can see, getting shots like this with this handle is just so easy. So if you had something that was low on the ground and you needed to get the shot, you can use this handle in this orientation. You can also put it off to the side. You can have like, your microphone on the top of the handle since it has this hot shoe. For solo creators, this solves multiple problems simultaneously for a fact. No more limiting yourself to just static shots because you don't have help. No more constantly interrupting your creative flow by having to adjust camera positions. The future of content creation feels like it's here, and it's surprisingly accessible if you're serious about it. Elevate your content without breaking the bank with the iSteady M7 from Hohem. Via the links down in the description below, your filming setup will never be the same, and honestly, that's exactly what we needed.